Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders, Great Millstone and Ruwell. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in this gospel, broad lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just a little quick lesson through the spirit. This has actually been on my spirit for a while. And I know one of the elder brothers mentioned it yesterday in a lesson about, you got a lot of jakes that come on a comment board that post a lot of scriptures, but they don't do videos. And, Jake gets in their feelings about that. Now, that's been in my spirit for a long time because I've been seeing that for the most part. I know it was a few years ago. It was this one particular brother. I don't think he do shows. Well, he doesn't do shows. But from my knowledge, apparently he had some type of ailment. But I mean, who's to say he doesn't? Who's to say he do? But for the longest, he will like it'll be on media, social media, whatever, and you'll put up like a clip or anything like that, and he'll have every precept in the world. And then I'm like, well, hey, brother, how about you teach? You on point, spot on the precepts. Then only thing you got to do is apply those precepts and put it into a format of a video. Kind of get your points about what you want to talk about. And getting used to being before the camera and speaking to an audience. Have your precepts, start off with 3 or 4 precepts, going into a particular topic and elaborate on each precept. And before you know it, you got your 30-minute show. Okay, you don't have to have 100 precepts in one show to try to make a point. Because a lot of times we try to overload with 1,000 precepts and then you end up overly convoluting the point. Okay, really you need 3 or 4, sometimes 2. The scriptures say precept upon precept, line upon line, here, there, a little. So typically we would talk 4 precepts for each point, but in a lot of cases, sometimes you may not get 4 precepts to pull one point because, you're making a point about this particular matter. Okay, though the scriptures say rightly dividing the word of truth and prove all things, sometimes you have 2 precepts to back up that point and be done with it, And I'm getting in the habit of learning to do that instead of trying to put 10, 20 precepts into a 35-minute video just to make a point to satisfy myself. That's just not how it works. So ultimately, man, you want to make the point. But a lot of you brothers out there, you post precepts, but we go on your page, we don't see content. Okay? Content. You have to see content. If you're able to post the precepts, or even if you have an ailment, let's just say if you are in a wheelchair, right? Now, clearly you can't go out there and stand and speak because, technically you're lame, right? But you can do a sit down in a wheelchair because technically you're sitting down. And if you know the scriptures, then make that part of the ministry if you're a prophet or if you're a helper of the body. Okay, it's been too many guys that come on these comment boards. They got a lot to say, but when you ask them to put forth the works, they have nothing to show for it. So we can't be in that spirit, man. All right? For you brothers out there that have this knowledge, do something with it. Okay? Because, hey, let's see what Yahweh Shai said about hiding the talents, man. Okay? So, matter of fact, I looked up superfluous, which is for another time. But let's look up hiding talent in on the bushel or in a napkin. Okay? And that's Matthew 5:15. No. Salakia. Let me find out. Hold on. Salakia. Let me grab it real quick. Matthew 5:14. Matthew 5:14. That's not even the one I want. I don't know. I'm tripping. Talent and napkins. Come on, man. What the fuck? Yeah. Napkin. All right, bam. Luke 19, Matthew 25, and 14 through 30. And I'm not gonna read it all. Okay, but let's get to the point, because this is based on the talents that the Lord has given us. So whatever talent Yahweh Shai blesses you with, you have to go forth and you have to bring it with usury. Okay, you ain't supposed to hide your talents, man. If you can go out there and teach, then teach. You know, some men be like, man, I'm scared to go out there. Well, the Lord said he don't give us a spirit of fear. And I get it. You know, going out for the first time by yourself, it could be nerve-wracking because there's a lot of uncertainty. You know, you don't know if you built up enough. Somebody comes up and try to debate you. It's a lot that goes on through your mind, but in reality of it is, it don't really usually be like that. You know, you're going to have your bouts when the Lord sends tests up to you, but overall, you're just going to flow through the Spirit. And the more you do it, the more you becomes acclimated into and doing it. You know, it becomes second nature. Like when we go out there on the streets to speak, we're so used to it to the point it's second nature. All right. But anyway, there's the book of Matthew 25:14. It says, for the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered them unto his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, and to another 2, and another 1, and to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. That he that had received 5 talents and traded with the same and made them other 5 talents. So basically, your works that you do and what Yahushua blesses you with, you go forth and you put it into more works, and then it builds. It's a business mentality. Okay, who gets in business without the idea of making a profit? Like, if you ain't trying to make a profit in business, then you're wasting your time. Okay, the thing is to go out there and bring forth fruit and seal the hope for elect. Okay, some camps may have 40, 50, 60 brothers. Some camps may have 2 brothers. Some camps may have 10 brothers. Some camps may have 6, 7 brothers. But the Lord has a complete number of men that joins the camps, okay? And just because your camps ain't big, brother, that doesn't mean that you're not doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the Lord could just have you in a dry spot in that particular city for whatever reason. And also, sometimes the more you grow, your camp grow. Okay? But that's not always the case. You know, but overall, over time, the Lord will increase you. You know, like in my camp, I get between 4 to 6 or sometimes 7 men. Like right now, we potentially, like, it's technically 5 of us right now, but 4 of us is out there. And we got 2 other brothers that's on the other side of the line. So we have a potential 6 to 7 man camp. But you see 4 brothers on the street speaking because the other 2 brothers are being tried. And, you know, one of the other brothers is kind of going through some, you know, some things right now that had to see for him to kind of sit aside for some time until he comes back. But nonetheless, he's still a part of the body. Okay, so in Kansas City, for example, you may think, well, hey, man, why ain't y'all got a bigger camp? Well, because there's not a lot of people in Kansas City that's really on a wavelength of truth, man. Okay, you have different communities out here, which a lot of them know they're Israelites, but a lot of these guys out here, they play games. And it's a bunch of slow bellies out here, and it's just the way that the Lord has it set up. You know, and honestly speaking, I mean, I'm not going to limit myself and say I can't deal with a 50, 60 man camp, but I've never ran a 50, 60 man camp. Okay, it takes order, it takes structure, it takes men knowing the administration part of the business in order for that to happen. And, you know, I don't think we're quite there as far as 60, 70 men, but when the Lord gives us that increase, it's going to be because we're ready. Okay, because managing 6, 7, 8, 9 brothers is hard enough because you got 8 different personalities. Okay, you got 9 different attitudes. You got this man that may move this way, he may move that way. That may seem contradictory to the way he moved, but overall, all of them are in the spirit of Yahushua. So as a leader, you have to know how to neutralize or be balanced in everybody's personality. So you have to be able to tap into each and every brother spirit so you can relate to that brother, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it works. But a lot of guys is not even putting their best foot forth. Instead, they come on the comment board and they have these blank pages, man. You know, but it says here, hold up. Yep, and it says here, and to one he gave 5 talents, another 2, and to another 1, and to every man according to his several ability, straightway took his journey. Then he that received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them 5 other talents. And likewise, he that had received 2, he also gained 2. But he that had received 1 went and digged into the earth and hid his Lord's money. And after a long time, the Lord of those servants coming and reckoned with them. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Yahushai, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents, but behold, I have gained besides them 5 talents more. So he brought forth fruit. It says, and his Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee a ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord. So brothers out here doing this work, man, it's not in vain. You know what I'm saying? We tell you brothers out there, even if you're not part of GMS, you're an affiliate of the doctrine, go out there and get it in, man. The hell y'all waiting on? You able to teach, man, go out there and get it in. Okay? Read, study, you know, stop just, you know, and like, it's good to watch videos. Certain brothers watch videos as studying because certain brothers are not acclimated to reading like that. Me personally, you know what I'm saying, I was a big reader when I first came into the truth, but my attention span is very horrible now, okay? Too much shit going on within, you know what I'm saying, just too much is going on for Jake to really sit down and bust out 14 chapters a day. I can't do that shit no more. I used to be able to, but now most of my studying come from if I'm not reading or going into certain precepts or reading or looking things up, then it's watching the video because I'm always on the go. So I have to listen, you know what I'm saying? But even then, I still try to get a fair amount of reading in, which can be more. Okay, but overall, you Jakes out there, you know, start understanding what you're part of, man. You know what I'm saying? Get the understanding, because it's easy for you to watch my video and say, okay, well, that makes sense. I'm going to repeat what you said, regurgitating shit, which we all do to some degree, because what you learn is what you learn. But even then, if I see a word that the apostles don't understand, that broke down and I don't clearly understand it, I will go look up the word to make sure that it makes sense so I can use it. You know what I'm saying? That way you can know. Like a lot of times too, brothers, like if you have a hard time remembering things like prayers, write them down. You know, write down the prayers, write down get back in the habit of watching videos and writing down precepts. And me personally, that's how I got built up. You know, I watch videos and then I go to the precepts and then I will read the precepts and then I will read the chapters and get understanding on it. You see what I'm saying? But every brother learns different. But it says, his Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. It says, thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee a ruler over many things. Enter thou now into the joy of the Lord. So even if the Lord bless you with 2 talents and you win and you delivered on that, you still going to get a nice abundance of a penny, man, because that's how our Lord operates, you know. So go out there and do the work. And it says, and he that received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me. I read that already. It says, and then which he that received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew that thee art a hard man, reaping what thou hast not sown, and gathering what thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth, and lo, thou hast this thine. And the Lord said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant. Because a lot of you Jakes are just being lazy, man. A lot of you think just posting precepts is going to get you in the kingdom. No, man. Knowing is only half of it. You got to apply the works, man. You know, have confidence in yourselves, man. Stop playing games. And a lot of you Jakes, you're just in this shit for entertainment. And I'm going to just be straightforward because, you know, now that I look at it, I'm noticing that my page is shadow banned. Like, my subscribers only stop at a certain amount, okay? Which is not about how many people watch the videos. But I'm noticing more controversial topics, niggas are clicking on that video. Like, when I talk about a woman, bam, everybody's on that video like, okay, could this be Leviathan? You know why this got 363 views? Because for one thing, it was shared. Second of all, is because it's a controversy, because it looks enticing. Oh, shit, who gonna get fucked up today? But they're not really in it or watching the videos because they want to be edified from it. Like, I'm gonna straight up tell you, brother, straightforward. It may, like, out of these 363 views, maybe 20 or 30 of these people are really sincere about the content that we put out. And I'm not taking away from people that watch the videos that may be trying to learn, because you included in this. But I'm guaranteeing you 2/3 of the people subscribed to my page are probably scoffers. They don't like us low key, or they just looking to be entertained, with a very small remnant that may actually learn from the videos. Because I've noticed I only have the same people that comment on the comment boards consistently, which that lets me know that these are the sincere people. You know what I'm saying? But these 363 views, they're just looking for something to get into. Okay, they're not sincere about this thing, man. Okay? They don't care about the word. Because when you going into straight teaching and edifying, I don't get no hits. I said that was an eclipse and Nineveh doing Jonah's prophecy. They got 155 views with 29 likes. Okay, like I said, like most people that watch my page, they don't like me. I'm just being straightforward. Most of them are on the fence. Like, okay, it sounds good. The information is good, but I don't like this guy. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, I don't know 99% of the people that comment on my page, like for real, outside of brother. I really don't know these people. So for them to put that in a category, so I don't like him, but I like the content, that, I mean, you ain't gotta like me, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know, you getting built up by this thing is what matters. And then you got people that just don't fuck with it just because this ain't their thing. Okay, now I did a lesson on the deliverance, which in my opinion was pretty much one of the most important videos of the week, and that only got 97 views. You see, WHO directed 266, the Bowser Pinto plan, and I mean, they get hits, but for the most part, when you going into like things like teaching in Hebrew, they don't get a lot of hits. Like the Passover was a solemn assembly, not a club celebration. They got 116 hits, but only 21 likes. That video should have got way more hits than that. But Jake is in this thing for entertainment. And then again, the algorithm does not really put my videos out in the thing so people can see it. So the people that actually watch the videos may have stumbled upon it by accident, or it was shared, or somebody just say, you know what, I'm bored, let me check it out. And when you go to the YouTube analytics, it tells you, it says that your videos being watched by shared, or by algorithm feed, or by people clicking on it and knowing the page. And most of them was from people sharing, or people coming across them. Most of the time my videos come down brother's timeline, you probably don't see it. Okay, and I know that because I was told that. I was like, I don't get notification for your videos. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed that we don't really get notifications for it. You know? And it just what it is. But this video here with you Western women are losing big, losing bad, that shit got 583 hits. Okay, which is very minute compared to some of these other Israelite groups. You got Nate and Sakari, they literally do 10K views just for a basic video. But that shows you how the algorithm dishes certain things out. Okay, because when you have more of a truth content, it ain't gonna be promoted like that, man. Okay, but I just wanted to bring that out there because Jake is in this thing for a lot of entertainment. And it says here, it says, thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, then at my coming I should have received mine with usury, meaning extra, okay, meaning more fruit. It says, take therefore from the talent from him and give it to him which have talents. And for to everyone that have should be given, and he should have abundance. But from him that have not should be taken away that which he hath. And cast ye the unprofitable servant out in outer darkness, and there should be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So this thing is serious, man. Okay, if you unprofitable, which we're all unprofitable at the end of the day, don't get it twisted. Ain't none I have done to serve the Lord is worthy of getting in the kingdom. Okay, like I just straight up tell you, my works ain't worthy of getting it. It just the Lord having mercy on me. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, we ain't worthy to stand before Yahweh Shai. This is all through mercy that I'm even able to do the show. You know what I'm saying? And I take that, and I'm grateful for it. But a lot of you other dudes, man, you take this thing for granted because you don't see the bigger picture. Okay, so if you got the ability to teach and post precepts, then fucking do it, man. What are you waiting on? All right. James 1:22, it says, matter of fact, let's start at verses 21. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, right? Superfluity goes into being extra, excessive. Okay, you got a lot of extra jakes in this thing, man. You know, that's right. You know, you with the armbands and all that stuff, man. You know, even when we at the camp, man, Jake, you ain't got to be all extra, man. Just read. You ain't got to yell out and be extra loud. Like, fuck that, man. Just teach the word. Okay, we out there to teach the word, not be extra. You know what I'm saying? And even in our camps, hey, don't be extra. Just go out there, speak, and teach the word. You ain't got to bring attention to yourself if you don't have to. People see us out there, and at the end of the day, we're edifying the camera. Okay, we ain't out there to get people's attention. I mean, we are to get people's attention, but people seeing us out there, that's gonna give them to come up. And we speak with such a passionate tone and a loud voice, people gonna come up anyway. But overall, we ain't gotta do extra to get people to see us. This ain't about being seen, man, in the wrong light. Or not, slack. Let me take that back. Being seen, and when I say the wrong light, meaning looking for approval in this thing from outsiders. Fuck them. But we gonna be seen in the wrong light regardless, because we're the men of the Lord, and that's fine. But it says here, but it says, and receive the meekness of engrafted word, which is able to save your souls. But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. Right? A lot of you are deceiving your own selves. You think you in the faith, but you not. For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in the glass. For he beholding himself and goeth his way, and straightwith forgetting what manner of man he was, man. So and you notice with a lot of these guys, they're very fickle. You know what I'm saying? They sway by every wind of doctrine. You rebuke them, now all of a sudden, now they want to go on a different comment board and talk shit about us. Like this dude, I Am Judah. This dude has been a thorn in our side since I've been in, for the last 6, 7, 8 years. I've been noticing about this clown. Now, if he repented, then Salakia. But I've been noticing about dude, he used to go on other people's comment board and scoff us and talk shit. But yet, you see him on other brothers' pages, dick riding, and hey, good lesson, brother. But this double-minded nigga is sitting up here talking shit about us, about other dudes. Like, we ain't dealing with that, man. The fuck are you around us for? Get your ass out of here. And I'm see that a lot. You know, a lot of these guys, man, they'll come and act like they down for you, but then they're scoffing you to other Israelites. You Jakes are just weird, man. Like, Jake, you're just a bunch of debased, degenerate niggas, man. Straight up, like, people disgust me. You know? Like, I'm at jiu-jitsu yesterday, training and stuff. And, I train, it's a couple of Jakes in there. But them Drakes that train with white boys, them niggas think they just better than everybody. Like, I got one Jake in there that trains, some old nigga. Guess he's like a blue belt or something like that. Thinks he's on a level. He don't even talk to me. And I'm cool because I don't want to talk to Jake anyway. But, Jake just think they're such on a level to the point they ain't got to engage, with other guys. And that's fine. But back in my mind, I'm like, all this jiu-jitsu shit you people practicing, you ain't going to be able to put none of it in play. Because every last one of you afraid to take a hit. And I'm like, fights don't start on the ground. They go into the ground. These dudes train for competition. I'm training for a real life scenario because I ain't planning on fighting no competition. I ain't got time for that. But we train for real life scenario because we know things are going to go there. But you got these Jakes in there, man. Which one is really cool? In the Northern Kingdom that go in there, they pretty cool. But it be them Jakes, man. You just don't want to be around them, man. They real weird. And then you got this other guy in the back of my mind. He look like he's from the hood. And back in my mind, I'm like, this ain't for you, bro. I'm like, you don't even like taking a hit. And, he goes and he trains. And he seems to be getting the techniques. But overall, we was training last Thursday. And he took a hit. Sometimes you get slapped when you grappling because it gets a little rough. A lot of times them white belts, they overly rough. They don't know how to breathe and pace themselves. It's a competition to them. That's why white belts end up getting hurt because they're too rough with each other. But he was going together with a white belt and he accidentally got hit in the eye. He just overreacted to the shit. It ain't like he snapped on a dude and wanted to fight him, but you could tell the way he reacted to it. He wasn't used to taking that. And back in my mind, I'm like, because this guy's emotion, he doesn't have the emotional content to fight it, but instead he fights with his emotions, with his feelings, instead of particular content that he needs to survive. So I'm like, a guy like that, you can try to take that shit back to the hood and it ain't gonna work. Because guys like that result to shooting you. You see, so they're just some of the things that I've been noticing. But anyway, Ezekiel 33, and I'm gonna start at verses let's start at verses 30. And it says, also, thou son of man, the children of thy people were still talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak to one another, and everyone to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh from Yahweh. And they come up unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear the words, but they will not do them. For it says, with their mouth they show much love, but with their heart they go after the covenants, man. That's right. They hear the word, it sounds good. Oh, yeah, that's good. I'm an Israelite. Man, I'm going to get the kingdom. I'm going to get 1,000 women. A lot of you Jakes are in this thing because you just think you're going to get a lot of women. Like, I'm going to straight up tell y'all, bro, if you in this thing because you want to pick up a lot of women, and that's your primary focal point outside of rulership, then you in the wrong spirit. Because this truth ain't just about getting women. Women in the kingdom, they're just going to be a side. That's going to be an extra added bonus, like almost an afterthought. Like, you're going to have so many women in the kingdom, To the point you ain't gonna be salivating over these women, man. You know, yeah, you're gonna love your wives, but that ain't the kingdom. Ain't just about getting a lot of women. Okay, just the fact that we can have eternal life and do things that we couldn't do on this side is enough. They just say even if we didn't get the women in the kingdom, you know, which Jake, we love women, but let's just say we didn't get the women, just eternal life itself is just like, wow. You know, a lot of Jakes in this thing, oh yeah, I'm gonna get women, I'm gonna get spiritual power. Well, newsflash, a lot of you that ain't doing the work of the Lord, you ain't getting no spiritual power, man. You think you precept bandits and you coming board precept bandits are gonna get spiritual power to be putting the devil to flight? No, because you ain't out there doing the work. We just read it in Matthew 25 about hiding your talent in the napkin. If you hiding your talents, then why would Yahweh Shai raise you up to do his bidding when it's time to bring the swords out? He ain't gonna do that, man. So a lot of you better start thinking about what you're part of. And it says, and they come to thee as a people that cometh, and they sit before thee as my people. Yeah, they appear to be Israelites. And it says, and I hear thy words, but they would not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness, right? Their own greed, okay? Men are in this thing for their own particular purposes, not to serve Yahweh Shai. Because the minute you curse them out, then they become an enemy. Paul said, have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? But it says, and lo, thou art to them as a lovely song, of one that have a pleasant voice, and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words and do them not. They hear it, but they're not doing it. Go out there and teach, Jake. I don't know, man. That ain't women. I just want to post precepts, okay? Post precepts. See how far that gets you with the Heavenly Father. And then in some cases, you might not be a prophet. But even then, if you're sincere, the Lord will lead you to your particular talent and offers in this thing. You see? So you got to start considering that, man. All right. Isaiah 29 verses oh shit. Yep, Isaiah 29. I'm gonna start at verses 13. Matter of fact, this apply to you Israelites too. Isaiah 29 and 11. It says, and the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. He said, I cannot, for it is sealed. It says, and the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he say, I am not learned. It says, wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth, and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their hearts from me, and their fear towards me is told by the precept of men. Right. So they confess the Lord with their mouth, but overall they don't really believe in him, because Yahweh Shai say, why would you call me the Lord, but you do not the things I say? And one main thing the Lord told us to do was go out there and teach the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And this is what we're doing through these particular epistles, and also going out to the streets, man. Okay. But anyway, I'm in this lesson here, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Shai. Lord's will you edify it to the next lesson. Shalom.